Welcome, everyone, to my channel. I'm so glad you've joined me today. If you're new to the channel, I'd love to welcome you, and I'd like to invite you to please subscribe. Today, I'd like to share a Bible study with you on the life and teachings of Jesus Christ. I'm sure many of us have heard stories about Jesus throughout our lives, but in this Bible study, I'd like to explore his teachings in depth and discuss how we can apply them to our lives. Let's start by exploring the life of Jesus. We know that Jesus was born in Bethlehem, and that he was the son of Mary and Joseph. Jesus was raised in a family of carpenters, and he often went to the synagogue with his family to pray. When Jesus was about 30 years of age, he began his ministry. He traveled from place to place, teaching people about faith and love. His teachings included parables, stories, and sayings that are still remembered and studied today. One of Jesus' most famous teachings is the Golden Rule, which states, "Do unto others as you would have them do unto you." This rule is still used today to guide our behavior and our relationships with others. Jesus also taught us to love our enemies, and to be kind and forgiving. He believed that we should always be willing to help those in need, and to show compassion to others. Another important teaching of Jesus is that of grace. He taught us that we should always be willing to accept and forgive one another, no matter what. He also taught us that we should be generous and willing to lend a helping hand to those in need. In addition to these teachings, Jesus also shared stories about his life and his relationship with God. These stories shed light on his commitment to faith and his understanding of the power of prayer. He shared stories about his miracles, such as feeding the 5,000, healing the sick, and walking on water. These stories remind us of Jesus' power and of his divine connection with God. Finally, Jesus spoke often about the afterlife. He taught us that death is not the end, but rather a new beginning. He reminded us that, after death, we will be reunited with God and that we will live forever in heaven. These are just a few of the teachings of Jesus. He spoke of many more, and I encourage you to explore these teachings further as you study the Bible. As you consider the life and teachings of Jesus, think about how you can apply them to your own life. How can you put his teachings into practice in your relationships, your work, and in your service to others? I hope this Bible study has been motivating and inspiring. I'd like to leave you with a few discussion questions to ponder. What do you think Jesus meant when he said, "Blessed are the poor in spirit"? How can we show compassion to others, even to those who are different from us? How can we use Jesus' teachings to live a life of faith and love? Thank you for joining me today. I hope you found this Bible study meaningful and engaging. Before you go, I'd like to remind you to please subscribe to my channel. I look forward to seeing you here again soon.